Hi. Um, this stream. Brother, it's okay. Kenichi's out. There's a bonus for, just like with Mualani, there's a bonus reward for if you complete this quest early. And I've decided I have nothing else to do with my life right now. So, we're gonna do it. So yeah, we're gonna do his quest. Yeah, I did Mualani's before. So I'm assuming this is just going to be his story quest. Before I felt weird about
Ad
naming that
Astra
quest as Mualani's story quest. Because the game, I don't think explicitly refers to it as that. But I think everyone refers to it as Mualani's story quest. So yeah, it's just story quest. Oh, fuck. Okay, before we do it, let's spend rhythm. Yesterday, I didn't log on until past midnight, which meant I missed out on a lot of rhythm, I think, which is brilliant. I'm excited for my next Honkai Star Rail stream whenever it is. Because I actually have a lot to talk about. A lot has happened. Don't know how my Mualani was the last time I streamed, but here's how she's currently doing. She's doing okay. Got a good Hydro Goblet here. Oh, not bad. A not awful Circlet. Still definitely looking for an improvement. Looking for a better flower. And respectable. I'm probably not going to get a feather much better than this. I need more crit damage. And I want to eat HP sands, not an EM sands. 5 and 5.
Every journey has its
Yeah, on Honkai Star Rail, I played a new event with Luca, and there's currently 4 characters on banner. Now, I think I might have already said something about this in a previous stream recently, but that banner's gone very interestingly for me, and it may continue to go very interestingly. Also, earlier today, I actually did a damage comparison of my Mualani versus my Neuvillette. Right, I'm going to show you right here, right? 123 crit damage, 197. Neuvillette is the most well-built character on my entire account. Alright? Aside from this ER Sands is not great, but I've been alright with it, 'cause it's 7% crit damage, which by my standards is good. And it also has a decent amount of HP on it. So to me, a bad HP Sands would not be enough of an improvement to justify it, and I've yet to get a good one. Regardless, he's still the most well-built character on my whole account, and compare that to Mualani, who doesn't even have a leveled flower or a leveled Sands. Nowhere near as good crit stats, yet Mualani is actually out-damaging Neuvillette in some cases. I did the maths. Neuvillette's Hydro Pump on my setup deals about 100, at most about 135,000 damage. That's if every hit crits. If they don't crit, then it's less than that. Regardless, basically a whole Neuvillette Hydro Pump deals as much damage as one Mualani attack. If Mualani didn't have a 1.8 seconds cooldown on her normal attack, she would be busted. She actually would be. She would be game breaking and destroy everything. So I get why it's there now. Yeah, but as is, I think my Mualani outdamages my Neuvillette. And right here, we're not even using Nahida's Burst. Alright,
stabilize.
game. Not gonna spawn, that's right.
Gather.
I've trialed Kinich, I am not interested in playing Kinich. The thing is, like, Natman's first story quests have been alright. Problem is, I am not interested in any characters other than Mualani and... Well, I've actually forgotten her name. And the child. Kachina. I forget, did we even actually bring her back to life by yet? Or was she still actually dead? I don't actually remember if we did have her alive. I think we did. I think we did. Also, I'm getting very full on artifacts now. Like, way too full. I do need to start just biting the bullet and just deleting some. But is the... Not a lot of primos, but it's something. And you get 20 of these is 50,000. So if I nav this and put in... How many of these would it take? Okay, so 16,000 to get something 4 levels. Ah, that's not... Yeah, that does not... That's not equivalent. Right. So there's... I need to throw something out, it's getting ridiculous. What artifact set do I just not need? Here's Tartalia's set. I'm never building Tartalia, I should just be honest now. The chances of me ever building him are very low. Why is it only by set? Why can't you fucking filter by stats here? For fuck's sake, Genshin, you can't even do this right. Oh, that's crap. Right, obviously I have a massive overabundance of these flowers, so... That's not bad. There's an auto-locking feature, but I don't know if it auto-locks artifacts you already have, which is something I really want to do. It auto-locks artifacts. You can set it so it auto-locks if an artifact already has certain values on it. I would absolutely flip that on, and then I'll just delete everything which doesn't have those stats. So I understand I do not need 1,800 artifacts. I know I don't need as many. I know it's not rational to keep any of them, and I'm willing to get rid of these artifacts. I simply just find it incredibly fucking boring to search through them like this. I hate doing it. Like, you never have to do this in Warframe with mods or anything. Imagine that. Warframe, if you want to sell some mods, sell some fucking mods, you go to a duplicates tab and you just get rid of them. And no one fucking fuses mods, so... Right, yeah, well, I have a lot of shitty clues. Okay, this makes my job a lot easier. I would still definitely want to make a good Garnu melt setup at some point, so I'm not gonna... Yeah, that's why I'm still mindful to not completely get rid of all of these. Also, like, this actually is really surprising how, like, I only have, I think, like, 10 energy recharge sands, like, across my whole account. Why? I don't fucking know. That's just how bad RNG is in Genshin at times. Oh, that's crap. Alright, that's 100, that's 119. I thought it was way more than that if I had selected. A bunch of Viridescent Venom. Okay, a lot of gladiators. Thing is, back in the day, I would absolutely would settle for artifacts which had two even slightly desirable stats. Back in the day, like this is, I mean, this is still actually like a good artifact for Hu Tao. Again, people say don't go for attack on Hu Tao. Wrong. Attack percent on Hu Tao is good once you reach a certain. Well, actually, it depends on what weapon you're using. The higher Hu Tao's base attack is, the more HP you want. But also, of course, the higher her base attack, also the better attack percent is at the same time. Regardless, there is a point when building Hu Tao that attack becomes more valuable than HP. Granted, crit stats may still be more valuable. EM might also still be more valuable. I don't know. I haven't broken down the maths. But for one part which I have broken down myself, I did for it is for one time I've actually done like maths in terms of like team building in this game, and it is when I was building my Hu Tao, so I was checking. Oh, I have on my Hu Tao, I have like a flower, I think it is, with 20% attack on it, and I was like, is this a completely wasted piece or not? So I did the maths to check, like, would it be better if the rolls went into HP and stuff? And no, the rolls are actually better to go into attack. Past a certain point, it's better to get attack. Uh, I'm going to keep that because that is three desirable stats. Yeah, back in the day, I'd be happy to even use just one good stat on an artifact. Nowadays, sometimes I settle for two. Like on Mualani, some of the artifacts have only two on them. But nowadays, three or more good stats. Just because I have really good characters now, so if I want them to compete, then they need to be good. But yes, I'm not going to pull Kniech. Also, because I actually played him and I didn't like playing him. To me, he feels like shit to play. So I'm not going to. I am mindful I can improve my Hu Tao. Hu Tao does have room to improve, so I'm still gonna leave it. And also, I also today I already mentioned this. I did the damage testing of Novelet versus Mualani. I didn't do the damage comparison, but I've used Hu Tao a lot. Obviously, she's one of my favorite characters to play, and my Hu Tao hits about 107,000 on each charge attack, which is actually quite impressive. And of course, she does like one charge attack a second. You can do even better than that potentially if you're really fast. And she's also doing a normal attack at the same time. You need to factor that into a damage. The normal attack damage can feel pretty inconsistent, and also it doesn't appear as big of a number as charge attacks, so it's hard to keep track of. Regardless, Hu Tao does at least 100 and... I think a normal attack does like 10 to 20, or even... I think I've seen a Hu Tao normal attack do like 40,000 before. I think. If it gets a crit and a vape, I think a Hu Tao normal attack can do like 40,000. And then the charge attack immediately after that does over 100,000, potentially, I think. Definitely 20,000. I've seen 20,000, but I don't remember under what conditions that is. Regardless, Hu Tao, people act like Hu Tao is not a top tier DPS anymore. Yes, she fucking is. She absolutely fucking is. My mid-tier Hu Tao, I'll show my Hu Tao build in a moment. My mid-tier Hu Tao build out DPS's Arlecchino in her trials, where she has a good artifact set, a really good artifact set, her signature weapon, and constellations. Arlecchino obviously has a bunch of quality of life over Hu Tao, bigger AoE normal attacks, A little less reliance on her C1. However, Hu Tao you can now use Jian Yun. But also, a lot of people act like Hu Tao is unplayable without C1. Absolutely not. I played Hu Tao for like a good week or so before getting her C1. Just because I looked up for playstyle of charge attacks and I liked it. I didn't get it because it felt necessary. She's still my strongest DPS in the game when I got her. Um, Hu Tao is still possibly the single best damage output character in the game. People really underestimate her. It's fucking bizarre to me. I think it's YouTubers sensationalizing shit because they obviously, if Genshin as a game is doing well, then they make more money because people have more interest. If they say a character is really good and able to sensationalize it, or if they put down another character either to pop another one up or to start controversy, then it gets them more clicks. So it's ultimately good for them. That's why I think they do it. Ooh, keep that. Yeah, so I think I do use I don't fucking know. It's been a while since I looked at my Hu Tao. The one thing my Hu Tao struggles with crit rate. She's only a little bit above 50, I think. So I'm keeping an eye out on anything crit rate here. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this whole quest now, but hopefully. One thing I do appreciate about Star Rail is that in Star Rail, it generally so far, building characters has felt kind of better. Or at least it depends on which characters. Trying to build Blade and Doctor ratio, fucking miserable. I hated building them, and that's the main reason why I don't play them, really. Is because I just hate trying to build those characters, because they're so fucking reliant on their crits. Blade's also obviously just not good. It's so sad. Um, I think I do not have a lot of EM sands at all, so I have to hang on to them. Alright, 200. That's a lot. I've picked a lot of things out now. These are all locked. Okay. Imagine if I accidentally clicked off. That should open up some space. Right. Yeah, my Kutan. It's level 90. There you go. So 59 crit rate with 150 crit damage. She is one of the most well-built characters in my account, but she definitely isn't super crazy. I mean, this right here, this is 30 crit value, so by my standards, this is a pretty damn good sands. To others, this is kind of like the bare minimum. But that's the thing. For some of the stuff, which is... Where is it? There's a... I think it's one of the pieces on my Yalan. I always forget how well built my Yalan is as well. Granted, again, 51% crit rate, but by my standards, that's crazy. Yeah, it's 51 crit rate because Mualani's stolen her goblet, right? Yeah, Mualani stole her goblet. Previously, this was Yalan's. Regardless, something... I mean, that's pretty damn good. This right here, that's fucking crazy. My Yelan is crazy well built. For other people, this would be considered like meh. My Al Haytham, who's also... He could do just a little bit more crit damage, because keep in mind he's always getting crit rate from this, the perk. How much is that? An extra 10%. So he's at 84 crit rate and only 144 crit damage. But Al Haytham's also one of my most well-built characters, and again, this would not be considered a good circlet. people be like, "That's pretty pants." Yeah, for me, this is the best on my account after a year of playing the game. More than a year. This is a year and a half now, actually, of playing the game. Yeah, yes, a year and a half. It's been a year and a half of playing the game. Fuck me. And this is the best I can do. So yeah, since Star Rail, I really appreciate building characters often. Or at least more recently, feels better because, I mean, for example, Bronya. Something I really like about Bronya, she's not at all a damage dealer, but she has a trait which gives her, sorry, a trait, which gives her 100% crit rate. Straight up guaranteed crit. That's just really fucking nice. I love that.
Stabilize.
Hey, nice and spicy. Carving waves.
Like Jinglu in Star Rail gives you, is it 40 crit rate base or is it 60? Ooh. Oh, I forgot. Mualani does not scale on attack at all. But still, okay. Okay, we can work with that maybe. If that puts on, if it gets crit damage, we can absolutely work with that. I do want a little bit more crit rate on her as well. Defense. Still, probably an improvement over what she currently has. Sure. Fuck it. $30,000. 28,000. Yeah, that's an extra 2,000 HP just from that. And I had some HP flat on it as well. Yeah. Okay, so that is already a sizable chunk there. Let's keep fucking doing it. Yeah, but Jinglu, I really like her, and partially because of that is because she's easier to build because she gets a lot of crit value in her base kit. Dodge ratio also gets a little bit, but not a lot. Since that is the crit value and dodge ratio's kit is just relying on you having debuffed characters, which I definitely have a decent amount of. Why is search artifacts in inventory like grayed out? Okay. So it's already applied to. Okay. Generally, the you can customize it, but the game is mostly correct. Okay. Is highly unlikely I'm ever going to improve any Nilu artifacts. But uh, add EM there. HP percent? Fuck. Does it matter? Attack sync, crit rate, crit damage, elemental mastery. Yeah, I concur. Okay, see, I didn't realize you could do this. So this is nice. This is gonna help me. Okay. Sure. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. Okay, yeah. Okay, Shimonau's EM is also good. Especially since I definitely think I would like to pick up Hu Tao's signature at some point. And so then that's going to reduce my EM, so then I'm going to have to build my EM back up. Also, that doesn't even have HP percent. Yeah, this is Shimonau's. Yeah, this is Hu Tao's best. Also, EM main can actually be good on Hu Tao. Goblet will always be attack percent or pyro. Circlet, yeah, that's right, okay. Minor, also add on HP percent. Hu Tao, I never use her burst. That's the thing, I've seen some people say, oh yeah, Arlecchino is healing. Hu Tao does as well. And I would say Hu Tao's healing is better than Arlecchino's. What I've gotten to play is her healing doesn't feel great. Also, go for any three. Just for higher standards for Hu Tao. Alright. Fucking cringe. You also need a lot of ER for Eula, which is so stupid. I want to be thorough. I'm doing this for all of my artifacts. This is the cryo set, right? This is 1v1 for Garnier. Oof. This is also, yep, okay. Sure. Okay. Also want some ER in there, because Kazuha is very inconsistent in that regard. Also Venti. Venti feels like he needs a lot of ER, despite the fact he should have the single best energy economy of like any character in the game. Maiden Beloved, this fucking artifact set. Who uses this? Noblesse. Yep. Wanderers. Here we go. Okay. Oh shit. Does it calculate it based on what characters you have? Because otherwise, they just straight up realize, oh, this is Garniers set. Ah, I want to remove an EM for a fucking. What was that for here? The goblet. Yeah, no. Right, and we don't want the EM circlet. And now that is gonna lock down, hopefully, like a lot. Electro. Who's the game thinking of here? It is Gladiators, so I'm not going to be running this for Hoot How. But the 2-piece bonus could be, no. Just run this. Yep. I would like to get Yoimiya at some point, but she's not high on the pool priority, unfortunately. Just because she would be so unrivalable to pull. Because I do want Arlecchino as well at some point, so. Right, that should now mean I have a lot of filters applied on artifacts. That should make things a lot easier in the future. I mean, we applied that filter to literally everything. Like, oh my god, it's actually... Okay, so apparently like 900 of my artifacts fit that criteria. Alright. I think we started. Also, yeah, my Hootao is using Shimmer Hours. That's the best set. We're now half an hour into the stream and I haven't even started the quest. It's 8 o'clock. This quest is probably going to be like 4 or 5 hours, so yeah, I'm probably not going to actually get it done. I wasn't intending to talk this stream, but I just feel like it a bit. But in Star Rail, let's say I've gotten some characters, which I'm pretty glad about. There are 3 other characters which I'm really interested in, one of which wouldn't be hard for me to get, and I am considering streaming the process of getting that character sometime soon, which spoils who that is. I'll just say, Star Rail's current banner is fucking crazy, man. It is a crazy fucking good banner. You've got one of the best DPSs. You have 3 of like the game's best DPSs. Fei Zhao, Kafka, and Black Swan. And then you have one of the best supports in Robin. I suppose I'll just say it. I played the new event with Luca, which was actually really fucking good. It genuinely a better story than the main Penacony story. Better than Luffy, maybe even better than fucking Bellowbug's story. Genuinely a really good story. I don't get why Star Rail only put effort into their fucking event stories and not the actual fucking story. But regardless, it was a really good event, actually. I really liked it. That's why I posted a bunch about it. If you watch those videos, you know I got Kafka and Black Swan. I did spend money on Black Swan. I did buy Welkin Moon, and I did purchase like the first couple top-ups. Not a lot. It was like 20 quid maybe. However, then I played more of the event, and I fell in love with Robin. I need her in my life. I have not pulled for her. I've debated with my friend, and I've said, I can't spend for 2 years in a row, I can't spend my uni maintenance loan on fucking gambling on Genshin. Thing is, though, my mind is telling me, well, most people spend it on alcohol, so this is better than what most people spend it on. Quite frankly, because most people at uni do just spend their maintenance loan on alcohol, which I think it does kind of suck. I was about to say you'll spend taxpayers' money on that, but I really can't complain because I'm spending taxpayers' money on gambling. Now I suddenly feel guilty about this. Regardless, I am very tempted, very, very tempted to spend money to get Robin. Because her banner expires in 10 days. I'm at 7 pity. And I have 0 wishes. So chances of me getting her without spending money are fucking 0. And that would mean it'd be 3 characters on this one banner I got. Which is fucking wild. Fei Zhao is so much fun to play. She is so much fun in that event as well. And I had so much fun with Robin. I love Robin. Just the fact she sings. The problem is, Robin would bring very little account value to me. Because I have literally every other harmony in the game. Every other one. I really want to get Aventurine on a rerun, simply because I've heard so many things about how shields are so OP in Star Rail, and I avoid them like the plague. Just because I hate them. I hate shields on principle, right? The only reason why I tolerate John Lee is just because, I mean, Genshin is fundamentally different, right? If I never got Hu Tao, I probably wouldn't have gotten John Lee. Also, Garny. Like, if Hu Tao and Garny weren't my 2 favourite DPSs in the game at one point, I probably wouldn't have gone John Lee. But I knew John Lee was the best character to pair with both of them. Granted, I don't even pair John Lee with Hu Tao anymore. Hu Tao's, or at least the best team I can make with her is now Hu Tao, Bennett, Farina, Yolan. So that's now who I run with Hu Tao.
Solidify.
See how I think I need more crits? This would already be over if I had more crit rate. Yeah, in Star Rail, I love that they actually have characters in the game that outright don't want crit stats. It's not just like, oh, sure, I'll get some crit stats. No, you don't want it. You actively do not want it. You'd rather go for HP and defense. Motherfucking defense is better than crit stats on Kafka, at least I think, personally. You just want attack upon attack upon attack. Same for Robin. That's the thing which entices me about her. She is really unique, kind of like Shenhe is, in that you want literally nothing but attack, but Shenhe also wants to be armed. But yeah, Robin just wants attack upon attack upon attack.
Hi,
which is really interesting.
Are you here to help find the baby Saurians?
But yes, I'm really tempted to get Robin, even though she brings zero account value to me. So I just don't need to. Also, the thing is, she's one of the best supports
it's nice
for
to meet you too, but we're
for
just
Kafka.
passing through.
My current Kafka team
Uncle Sokka
is
said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us.
Kafka, Black Swan,
Sure he didn't
and
mean you?
either Ruan Mei or Gwina Fen.
Yeah, sorry.
Gwina Fen does give a damage boost. It's not nearly as much as
Should have known that Glasses
Ruan Mei,
guy was
but
a
it is
con
there.
artist.
What are we
However,
supposed to do about the baby Saurians
Gwina
now?
Fen makes up for that
Time is
partially by
running out.
also just contributing her own
It's okay,
damage to the
honey.
team.
Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened
Whereas
with
Ruan
these baby
Mei's damage
Saurians,
boost or
There's been
damage
a lot of unrest in
contribution
the tribe
to
lately,
Kafka is
and my
very,
dad's
very
Saurian got
small.
injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3
Very,
little babies.
very little damage that Ruan
After
Mei
what
contributes.
happened to
But
Nana,
Gwina
the
Fen
babies were
actually
so
contributes
scared that
quite
they
a
ran
lot
off
of
and
damage with
hid.
her burns.
I'm really worried about them, so I decided to
Her
go look for
burns
them.
deal quite a nice bit of
Nana's your
damage. They apply
dad's
Fire
Saurian.
Kiss,
Why isn't he the one
and
looking
Gwina
for them?
Fen's ultimate allows her
My
to deal
dad's
more
one of the
damage,
elders,
but
so
using
he's busy
Gwina
getting
Fen's
ready for
motherfucking
Turnfire
ultimate
night.
then
It's a
triggers
really
Kafka's
important ceremony.
Arcana.
More important than this, anyway.
It's actually
I'm
fucking
not
crazy.
supposed to be out here either,
So,
but I snuck
in a
out without
perfect
telling
storm,
him.
Gwina Fen is
I
actually
didn't
crazy.
think it would
Problem
take very
is,
long.
that's a team
But
running
then that
3
guy we ran into
DPSs.
made us tell him loads of
Gwina Fen,
stories,
Black
and it
Swan,
wasted
and
so
Kafka,
much
all main
time.
DPSs. All of them would
Yeah,
like to
he
use
was
a
so
skill
selfish.
every turn.
He doesn't have a heart.
in an ideal world where there were
Thank you.
infinite skill
We're
points.
here now, and they should be.
But
They
both
aren't
Black
minutes to
Swan
find their
and
tracks,
Green
and it
Fang can
seems
get
like they're
away with only
really.
using a skill occasionally,
Ow!
which is why I'm
Thank you
happy
so
to
much,
use them
Miss
like that.
Traveler and Miss Paimon.
So the main benefit
Awesome.
of
You
Green
gotta be
Fang's
careful
applies
out on the
burn,
cliffs, though.
and
They're
with burn
really
applies Fire
steep.
Kiss. She can
Even
achieve all of
grown-ups
that
have
with just
trouble
her
climbing
basic
them.
attack. Her skill is only to give it more AoE.
Rudy said the baby saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up.
It's actually been a bit since I was here, so I don't remember how things work. Maybe we should have found the saurian first. Oh, that's right? Also, I have not bothered to explore Natlan yet. I just don't feel like it yet. There'll be another time. Odd. Yeah. But yeah, so I really want Robin. Thing is, I also really want Silverwolf. Problem is, I have kind of realised the teams I really want Silverwolf, but I don't know how much I'd use it. I feel she'd turn out like Sparkle. Problems I have with Sparkle is that I really liked Sparkle when I first got her and I used her a lot, and now I haven't used Sparkle in months, which is kind of fucking crazy, but it's true. But something which amazes me about both Sparkle and Black Swan is that both of them have what you would otherwise consider to be very strong effects, literally just by existing. Sparkle literally just existing can give you bonus damage, and then when her ult activates, bonus skill points, and even more damage. Kafka applies Arcana on every enemy that spawns, just passively. So Black Swan literally just existing can be a not bad DPS. Obviously, you need to do some work. Oh, hello. And that sounds crazy OP, but isn't as much OP as it sounds.
We found them! Wait, but what's that other... A how? Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who
Well, now I need to
wormed
go
their
get
way
that chest
into our
done.
servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us?
Is there going to be an explanation for why Ahar
suppose
is
we can't blame you.
that?
Such as very well.
And yeah, again, I
Wait,
think I already
aren't you
said this, but I don't like playing Kimich. I
What
played
the
the
heck
trial
are
and
you
he
going
honestly
on
he felt
about?
like shit
That's
to
about
play, so I'm
managing to
just
be
not
even more
getting it.
silent.
Even though he might be
Who are you
quite strong, he
calling
might be stronger than Al Hatham, which would also mean
We are the
he's like a
Dragon
top tier
Supreme,
DPS.
sovereign ruler of
But
the Nation of Flame.
I don't
We
like him.
shall have you know that last time we're not for Oh, come on.
He
You
looks
talk...
really cool, but once you
That's
actually
more
play
like
it, it doesn't feel anywhere near
If
as
you
good to me
must
as it
know,
actually looks.
our
I'd
humble
rather just watch
servant
other
begged
people
us
play
to
him.
abyss and see this
Also, he's
little
really
lizard.
restrictive
It's
team-wise.
Yikes. She was but a... Sleeping from a cliff... My dear anemic... Anemic what? Suspicious outlander. If you're not here
I'm not a
to
fan
kiss
of
my
how
feet,
Mualani
get
has
out
a
of my
very
sight.
natural
Do
synergy with
not
burning.
impede the...
There's no part of Mualani's kill which says, oh yeah, and if an enemy is burning, you get a 5 billion% damage boost.
Taking
No.
all about the abyss threat, huh?
That is what
Wasn't
Kinich has.
expecting
Kinich
that.
has a trait which makes
Let's
it so
not get sidetracked.
the main point of his skill, like the mega burst you do, you get that way more often if you use a burning team. And so that really pisses me off. It's a forced synergy, which Genshin just does a generally good job of avoiding. But not this time. This time we went out of their way for it. It's like, holy shit, they really did want people to actually fucking buy Emily, didn't they? Oh god.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Your face is a cause of great happiness, Garnu. I love you. It's such a shame we Genshin can't rework the characters. It's like Garnu kind of needs that. The main problem, guys, is that the main damage output method is quite uncomfortable. Garnu is also quite reliant on burning. The problem with Garnu is that she actually wants to be really close to her target in
Wow, you're
burning,
back already?
which just feels
That
wrong.
was
Now, I
so
don't mind to charge that
fast.
playstyle, but it feels weird when
I'm
you're
so
like
glad
an
that the
inch away
babies
from
are
your
all right.
target.
Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop worrying
Now,
about
to
them.
me, Garnu feels
You're
really
welcome.
good
Eat
with
the cake.
Hyper Fridge, which is unironically
You're
good.
not from
With
that land,
specifically
right?
Garnu.
Because your
There's
clothes
no
look
other character in
different
the
than
game which makes
ours.
Hyper Fridge good,
Hey,
but with
you must be
Garnu it
tired
is
after
really
all
good
that
because of
climbing.
the
You
Battle
should come
Pass
take a
bow which
rest at
groups
my
enemies up
house.
for you, meaning that all
Yeah,
of them can be
please
hit by Hyper
come.
Boom.
I promise
So
you'll
with
get a
Garnu,
big
it actually
Scions
generally
of the
makes Hyper
Canopy
Fridge good. I
welcome.
wish I could
We
maybe
love
lean into
having
that.
guests, and you're really nice people.
Or, you
Not
know,
like
make Cloud Retainer
glasses
a
guy.
dedicated support for it.
By the sound of it,
Yeah, you need to get
Glasses
Cloud
guy
Retainer with
wasn't
GV
from
Lance
that
as
land
well.
either, right? Uh-huh. Well, his
So I would
clothes
definitely like
sure
to make a
weren't.
plunge shootout.
You know what? Now that I think about it,
Probably.
there was something really fishy about him. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned. Sure, if you're interested. Let me think. How did the conversation go again? Oh, please, mister. I've
Of
told
course, I
you
still
so
log
many
into Zenless
stories
Zone Zero
already.
every day.
When
I
are you gonna
really
help me
should
find
just
the
give it
baby
up.
saurians?
It's not going to happen with that game.
Just one more story.
I
One
just
more, I
can't play
swear.
this many
What?
gachas.
I heard that there were...
Oh, you mean
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. There's a Turnfire is different.
Why?
as soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
Well, good golly gee.
Right now, I'm
How
currently
nasty is it to
saving
burn someone
for
from behind
Ayaka and
and not even
Shenhe.
let them turn around to look?
I don't know what
Goats
came over me
Yeah,
recently.
shocking,
I'd
but-
previously
Good
just accepted
guess,
that, like, I
Uncle
probably
Glenn.
wouldn't like Ayaka.
Yupanqui was friends
I'm not a
with
fan of her
Goats Khan the
dash.
Tyrant,
To
and
me, her
also
dash is too
Chivalante,
slow.
the first Pyro Archon.
Otherwise, I'd really
He was
like her,
working as
but
an
to me, her
ordnance
special
officer.
dash
He
is
didn't like how
the
Goats
animation
Khan
is
was
just too
such a-
slow.
And that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was a
But
Not to mention, I don't know if I like her
a
playstyle
split
of being on
second
field
later,
for 5
the flames he
seconds.
saw burst out
Just
from
to use
inside
her
his
burst.
eye and swallowed him up.
And also, I don't know if I like for freeze
All it
reactions
took was
super
a
much.
single glance. As soon as you
But
look
recently,
back,
I've just gone a
he
massive
was
urge to get her.
burned
And
to
again,
a
the thing is,
crisp.
I'm at a point in Genshin now where I'm not pulling for
The
characters
question
because I
is,
need them.
was this
I'm
the
pulling
price he
for fun
paid for
teams.
stealing
So
the
I
Turn of
don't need
Fire,
Ayaka to be super
or the
powerful.
price of turning
I would like
back?
to take her to the Abyss. The more
Nobody
places I
knows
can
the
use her, the
answer.
better. But
But the fire
I'm
that
fine to use her
consumed
in
you
exploration.
and then
The grown-ups say that it
Granted,
lights
her
up the
entire
path that leads
playstyle
to
of
the
using
next
her
life.
elemental burst is
But for the dead to
99% of her
be
damage
reborn,
output.
they have
Wouldn't
to
be great
accept
for
the flames
exploration
and be
either.
purified by the fire first.
And I'd love to try out in a fucking
It's
melt
like a
team.
final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's
Of
the
course,
story of
Aika's just one of my
Yakanku's
favourite characters.
Turnfire.
So,
Ah, a fine
yeah, my top
parable
priority is
indeed.
Shen Herx. That would
So,
enable Garnier
is it
freeze.
true?
And then
Is it
Aika
really
after that
possible to
get
find
Aika.
this fire in the Night Kingdom?
And then after that, I don't really know.
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Either way,
sure has.
Farina
It went to
Constellations,
Burkina,
Novelet
the hero that we
Constellations.
celebrate on
But Farina's
Turnfire
going to be
Night.
running the next few
But that
patches,
was
isn't she?
500 years ago.
We've got Viden on
and
banner
now
right
belongs
now,
to
right?
Kinich. So we all
Kinid.
All right, Uncle.
Tell me more
So yeah,
about
the
this
other
Kinich guy. One more story. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to...
Uncle, you...
How would it get me if I...
Huh?
Wait. All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. Two of my friends are on... Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for.
Really?
We met at the foot of this cliff, so... Beneath...
Serious?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Yeah, definitely a fishy character. It sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names.
Yeah. And not only that, but he betrayed us.
Yeah, I'm actually
too.
having a lot of
He'll
fun in
pay
Star
for
Rail
this.
right now.
All he got out of us was
The other
some
thing is, I
stories,
realised that
though.
I do not play
What's the
Star Rail
worst
as
that could
endgame
happen?
content.
Hmm.
Simulated
Traveler,
Universe is
maybe
not
we should
endgame
go tell
content.
Kinich
It really
about
isn't.
this. A house
The
says
main
he's
main
investigating
things
it,
like
but
the Star Rail
he's a
equivalent to
bit
Abyss and
of
shit,
a
I don't do
loose
that.
cannon. We probably shouldn't take him at
Pure
his word.
fiction, I don't do that.
Huh? You know Kinich? Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal together.
My Firefly
man,
is
I'm
really,
so jealous.
really well built.
I never even spoken to him.
She has
He's
really bad
so
speed, actually.
cool. He's the
Correction.
Saurian
My Firefly
hunter,
has
and he
really
has a
bad
really
speed. She has
awesome
almost
ancient
zero speed
name.
across all of her
Me
artifacts.
neither.
But
I don't
other
think
than
my
that,
dad
she's
really likes
really,
him, though.
really good.
He always
She has a
tells me to
lot
stay
of
away
break
from
effect on
him.
her, which is
Probably
really good.
because of that little creep he always hangs out with. He's
Also a lot of
nasty.
attack. I did,
He's so full
other
of
than the
himself.
speed, I did a really good job of
Oh,
building
the
her.
creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting
Problem
him
is
too.
that she's not
He
built
sure
on
loves
her
pushing
actual
people's
best in
buttons.
slot set.
Exactly.
So at some point I do need to
I
go
don't know
back
why Kinich
for
partnered up with him.
Firefly's
Why didn't he pick
signature
me
set.
instead?
It's going to be painful.
Hoonie,
But she doesn't
look
need
how
crit stats,
late
she
it
just
is.
needs break
We've
effect
been
and
out
speed,
way
pretty
too
much, and
long.
nothing else.
We better get home now, or we'll
So
get yelled
shouldn't be
at.
too hard to build it. Also,
Oh,
she
yikes. You're
doesn't
right.
not like
Okay,
crit
well,
stats, so you
this
can
path
get crit
here
stats
leads
on
to our
those.
settlement.
Critting
If
does
you
boost her
decide to
damage
visit, remember to come to
enough
my house.
for it to be
If
justifiable.
there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon.
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Yeah, so the first two acts are like really short. The third one's going to be the actual story burst. How dare you kicked me? I really, really hope that Pyro Travelers is sub DPS. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the Pyro mark on, so.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
See, I just can't fucking. I hate running this team with Garnier. And I don't like running Nahida with Garnier either. Circle Impact with an Archer, I don't know, it just doesn't feel good to me. Like, Garnu is not my problem with this team. My problem is Bennett Zhangling. Garnu, Zhongli, I love it. I love you two together. You just make perfect sense. Bennett Zhangling? Has Zhangling even met either of these two characters? I think she has met John Lee in events. I don't know if she's ever met Garnu. And Hu Tao. Fuck it, let's play Hu Tao. Also, I've settled. This Navia team is surprisingly strong and it subverts Circle Impact. Because running Kuki Shinobu actually means to get more crystallizers. Which I like, so it slightly makes up for the lack of Bennett. And it's more comfortable because there's no ultimate required. Nilou, I've been loving playing as Nilou. Let's play as classical Hu Tao. For a while. We still really need artifact loadouts. Game. Hi D-Luke, how is my D-Luke going? Oh, this looks really bad. Okay, his talent's a level 7. But of course, D-Luke shares all of his gear with Navia. Yeah, let's play Hu Tao for this next stage. Granted, it's probably not going to be a particularly long stage.
What were you thinking? Going
this
out
Hu
by
Tao team will
yourself?
not.
Don't you know how dangerous it is?
She needs Farina for that.
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped.
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh? Oh, I suppose they had...
Yeah, actually, they did.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do?
They were good people. Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Miss Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them.
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so... Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity. 1 million mora.
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten at the same table with Kanich before. Be nice to them.
Kanich? I heard that 2 mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they you?
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe.
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it. Already.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and...
Careful now. That's quite an about face. We've...
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive indeed. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay. Look after Miss Traveler and Miss Pine.
It's in Star. I'm having fun right now because of the characters I'm building. For the last couple months in Star Rail, a lot. It's been a while.
This is a matter of utmost
since
importance.
Firefly released,
Please,
none of the
allow me
characters
to
I've
explain.
gotten require
For
crit
many
stats
years,
really to build them.
Our tribe
And
has
so that
celebrated
takes a
the
lot of pressure
Turnfire
off
Night.
in the building
It is a
process.
traditional ceremony among the... Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Mali. They were victorious. Normally, Yum-Kasor's Oh, that's right. The Abyssal Power. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is, however, Abyss-related incidents have only 5 months...
Has he woken up?
He has.
Jello Impact sent a
We
world
managed to
quest for this
contain
region
the
is really good. I
situation
haven't
by
done it yet.
performing a...
obviously.
Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana.
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really...
Yes,
God, I
and
want a
Nana
team where I
wasn't
can
the
actually
first.
fucking travel.
Anyway,
I was
right
so
now,
excited for
of
Nilou because I
course.
thought, oh yes,
Plus,
I'll
he's a bona
finally
fide
be
hero
using
who
Dendro Traveler in the
inherited
team.
the Mali
But no,
name.
Dendro Traveler's
Oh,
still not even great, even with Nilou.
Yes, he's an exceptional ceremony. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs. but I'm convinced the Wyab got hit on the head and took a
Largely
wrong
just
turn
because
the
she
day
has
it chose to
such
give that
high
ancient
energy
name to him.
requirements.
I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your
It's just a big
asking
problem.
price?"
They do have for a
Oh,
lot
and
of
don't get me
characters
started on that insufferable how he hangs
where like
around
they
with.
could be
Thinks he's
almost
God's gift to
acceptable,
mankind.
but then they give them really
Pompous
high
fool.
energy requirements, which
Yeah,
means you have to
Grandmaster
build them
agree
for
on that last
energy
part.
charge instead of offensive
Anyway, the
stats.
fact is, the ceremony can just as easily
Or
be
to
done
tweak
without
what your
him,
team
as
members are
long as we
using,
can find
or who your
someone
team members
else.
are.
And wonderful! I can't thank you enough.
Or to
Hooney was
funnel
right about
particles,
you.
which means changing
You come with
playstyle.
me to the other side of the
But
mountain. I'll bring you up to
that
speed on
completely
each step
gimps
of the
Eula,
ceremony.
completely fucks her over. There's someone else I was thinking of that fucks her over, other than Dendro Traveler. Novelet needs to meet his energy demands, otherwise he loses a lot of energy.
Curses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How?
Oh, great Kahoo!
Shut your filthy mouth!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears.
Ugh! Never have we heard such brazen blustering!
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to but I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it. You see, I'm very interested.
K.
Is that it? K? Oh. It's the extreme sports! Look, I even did a painting
Starway has done
inspired by
something
the
nice recently. They
bravery
released
and
March
freedom
7th
of the
for the Hunt,
Scions of the Canopy.
who is really strong
You
actually, and
scum-sucking
has a
swine!
respectable amount of team
I
variety.
swear, if you go bungee
And they
jumping,
gave away
it'll be
all of her
without a rope.
Eidolons for free.
Head first off the tallest cliff with a band
I
of
don't have
hunters
her yet
on
because
your
you have to
tail,
play through the
and
story to
nowhere
get
left to
her.
run,
And
a
also
bottomless
there's a new
waiting
story
for
quest
you
which
on
came
the
out, which gives you the
ground.
new trounce domain.
You say that, but
Star
I
Rail,
get the
so
sense
I
that
might
Mr. Kinich
stream
isn't
getting
planning to
March
take my
7th
life right
Trailblaze
now.
and that trounce
On
domain,
top of that, I'm tired of spying on
which
you
is all
from
about
afar.
Phage Out.
So why
Finding
don't
March
we
7th and
just
Phage Out
negotiate a
seems
comfortable
so fun.
operating
It's so
distance that
fucking
works
crazy.
for
The amount of
both of
venue was
us?
so much fun.
I've heard that the most important thing in human
Well, yeah, I haven't seen it,
relationships
and I'm talking-
is to
no.
respect each other's boundaries. What do you say, Mr. Kinich?
Let me check. Did it?
Or
Is this gonna go live on YouTube?
you could tell me what it
Or
is
is
you're
this
really
broken already?
after.
Oh, Elemental Warfare's out.
And then I'll name my price.
It says live. Now live on your channel. Okay, good. So this is gonna actually go live. Okay. Fucking
Boats are
hell
made
with
for
Destiny
transferring
community. I
commodities
just checked my
back and
email
forth.
just to check it.
And those
Let's
that come
look-
across
okay,
Neil
so
tend
I-
to stay a while.
Okay.
So it is where many things come to
Bungie
settle.
made a post about Xur selling Galahorn. I was like, okay, cool. I reinstalled the game to play it. Oh, here's my comment. Okay, I left it under a post. Reinstalled the game to buy it. Found out they added strange
Osmanthus
coins and
wine
Xur's gear
tastes
now
the
costs
same as I
coins instead of
remember.
legendary shards. Quit the
But where
game
are
because I have no
those who
strange coins.
share
Uninstalled the
the
game.
memory?
That's it. That's all my thing. I'm not even saying the game is necessarily bad for it. I'm just saying, oh, well, I logged in after clearly years of not playing. And found out strange coins got introduced at some point. Yeah, I mean, from games standpoint, I'm not a fan of the addition of strange coins because, first of all, it alienates people like me who are trying to come back and return to a game. Because now I can't purchase any of these exotics. If I had strange coins, I would be able to purchase fucking Hawk Moon as well, I think, which would have been awesome, but no, I can't. So, I mean, I do think it is stupid, but I didn't even say that. I didn't say that. I just said I logged on, I couldn't get it, so I was like, oh shit, well, uninstall the game. I didn't even say it was bad. I do think it's bad, but I didn't say it. This guy responded, good muffin.
Every journey has
Sounds
a
like a
final
you
day.
problem, good riddance.
Don't rush.
Fuck you! What the fuck was that for? Good riddance? You're a fucking Destiny player, mate. What are you on about? But I just wanted to log on just to buy Galahorn, just so I knew I had it. Oh, better watch TV, acknowledged me. I just wanted to buy Galahorn. Is that really a good riddance fucking comment?
Stabilize.
Ring cutter.
Notice some
No,
children
my
real quick.
sword. Gotcha.
Brilliant. I think Hu Tao is one of those characters that simply does too much damage to the overworld.
Gather.
Quietly, Ned. Let me weave you a verse.
61,000. Oh.
The Abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. No doubt that explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They can...
Are you saying that the sacred flame...
Well, for
Less than half an hour
ceremonial
into a quest,
purposes, at
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up the filth.
well, that's one part. First, then the most skilled flame bearers can...
Wow! You can do all that
I don't know when
without
I'm
ever
going to get
falling the
around to
ground?
playing the other counter story quests I haven't played yet. There's quite a few of them now, aren't there? I don't want... In Star Rail, the problem is with Star Rail, I have such
Don't
a
worry,
fucking
it's not a
tremendously
requirement of the
huge
ceremony.
backlog of
You're
quests,
allowed
I'm
to
never
touch
going
the
to go through them.
ground. The only
I
thing you're not
can't be
allowed to
bothered.
do is turn back.
Especially because I do know
The
most
flame
of them are
bearer
going to
must
suck.
always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come
So I'm
back
just
to it
not
after
gonna do
lighting the
them.
next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
Well, fuck with that.
What actually happens if
Someone broke
you
into my
turn
house.
back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
Goda, do you want to go check who that was?
Well,
That
if
sounded
you're
like
not
something
careful,
shutting.
you might get
The
burned.
house makes noise like that all the
What
time.
about today then?
Um,
Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take
back
the
door's
sacred
unlocked.
flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready?
Okay. Hey there. Mister. Wake up. Wake up. Do you want to go outside? Come on. What was I talking about? Yeah, I'm never going to do my counter story quests. Or, no, I mean, I'm probably never just going to get around to doing my Honkai Star Rail quests. There's so many of them, and most of them probably just going to suck. Genshin story counter quests, I'll get around to them at some point. But yeah, I don't want to allow the same kind of massive backlog of quests to build up in Genshin. Because I do actually care about Genshin's quests. I mean, I'd like to get through Star Rail quests maybe at some point, but there's just so many of them, and there's no way to know which ones are going to be a good one or a bad one until I'm already into it, so... I'd like to like Star Rail more, because there's a lot I do like about it, fundamentally. Cody, let's go.
I'll repeat all the key
Alright, we're
points
back.
again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the
Hey,
filth, and
back up.
light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at the end.
Come on. Okay. Look, Siege Reen, who cares about Siege Reen? But I'm quite far behind now with these character quests. Why did Sino of all people get a second fucking...
One.
How's my quest backlog? Not that bad. Still some from Fontaine missing. Leo, yeah.
Alright, let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame. Like, I found out earlier today, there's actually there's a Blade story quest. I didn't even know there was. It seems to involve Jinglu as well, I think. But I didn't even know it existed, but I found it out thanks to just watching, like, a video about, speculation as to why the Stellar One Hunters have different, paths to their canon ones. And I discovered there's a whole lot of stuff I just don't know. Because I haven't bothered to fucking play with some of the story quests in the backlog. Maybe I haven't unlocked them. Oh?
Alright,
Let's hope
let's
it's
finish this
stabilized.
back. Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outline. Busted.
Man, I remember back in the day when I could get fucking over 20 wishes in one day.
That should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
kind of miss those days back when I
knew
played
I
this
was
game for
right
more than
about
12
you.
hours a day,
You have
and I would get
outperformed
more
all
than
of the other
3,000
previous candidates.
P-knives.
If there was an ancient name...
Yeah, although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer. Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Thing is, again, I justify the
Some of
spending
them
I
are
have
still
on this
hoping we
game
can come to
by...
an agreement with
I
Kanish,
justify
but
the
that's only
expenditure on
because they haven't
games
seen
as
you in action.
your money should be
Still,
proportional to how much fun you're having,
I'm the one
how much
responsible for
time,
securing a flame
how much time
bearer,
it occupies you
and my
for is a part of that.
recommendation is you.
It's like, I'm fine spending money on Genshin and Warframe.
Are you sure
Warframe
it's
I've
not
played
gonna
for
be a
almost
problem having
half of my
Outlanders
goddamn
take on
life, and for
such an important role
almost
in your
7,000
ceremony?
hours.
See that
Genshin I've
place
played
over
for...
there? There was a time,
Genshin I've played for
Our
over
home.
1,500.
After a
I know
period
that
of
number is saying
upheaval,
right there is wrong.
our
That
ancestors
hasn't
were forced
updated
to
in like
move
a
away.
week or two.
Now it has become
That's
a place
funny.
where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a
Yes,
spirit
Genshin's
of
been displaying the
adventure.
same amount of hours
If we
played
fail
for
to keep the threat
actually quite a
posed
while
by the
now.
Mountain King at bay, it might not
Okay,
be
yeah, that's
long
been the
before
same
we
for a
have
really
to
long
move
time. Don't know
again
why. That hasn't
and find a
updated.
new home.
Okay. Yeah, I played Genshin
So,
for probably
to answer
over
your question,
1,700
I think
hours.
everyone will agree that
Maybe
you
even
are
one,
the
maybe
right
even
choice.
2,000 at this point now.
Desperate times call for desperate
It
measures.
displays
I'll need you to
1,515, but
drop
it's
by my
been
place at
displaying
some
that for a
point
long
before the
time,
ceremony,
actually.
if that's all right. There are
Star
still a
Rail.
few final details that we
Yeah,
need to discuss.
so I'm finally spending money on this game because I get a lot of time out of it. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment despite all my problems
You
with it.
have my
Star Rail, I apparently only have 300 hours on, which does actually mean on Star Rail I've almost
Local
spent like £1
festivals
an
before,
hour,
but this one feels a little
which is
different.
really bad.
Anyway, let's take a break before heading back to Trinidad's place.
No, man.
Got something? All right, you asked
Let's
for
finish this fast.
Solidify!
Rain cutter. No, my sword. Gotcha.
If we bury it, it'll spring back to life. Phew.
Ooh, please tell me get to go there. There's 6 tribes, and we currently have access to 3 of them, so that's interesting. What's it? Ah.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Traveler? Paimon?
Kanish! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean. You were still his first choice. It's just... Oh, jeez. It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know. And I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire night ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
To his death.
Whoa! Are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
But that's ridiculous! He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory!
And that glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme!
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible. That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So, to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace. In past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance, to keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
Then it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
If he really asks us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad? I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So, now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the... It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss, and you seemed to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday. With your help, I'm optimistic this time we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
Traveler?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. If that's all you really need to know, the ceremony's in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to take a look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people. And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there, that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run? Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people, and as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around for the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Emotional support is important.
Huh, you're here.
Kinich! Elder Trinidad said that...
I can tell. It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat. I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire Night. However, I would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our identity are at stake. My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration. Perhaps there is. But despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter. Though I sense that your mind is not yet made up, I'm still comforted by your words. There are 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kinich, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this. Kinich, Paimon finally finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the Flame Bearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid. I'm working on it.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it!
In a moment. Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh yeah. What was it again? Oh, right! We need to talk about How. He's completely unhinged.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining, so I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior. Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a How, he said you two were investigating some abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
Yes, that's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the abyss too. One time I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from.
So,
if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
It's not without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse. Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming. The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about now and into the future. And he has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it? No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
You're right. There's no easy answers here. Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts? Because at least in our experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
I think I know a way. You have any better ideas?
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well. After all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People are gonna think you've lost your marbles.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui, the Firebringer, stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly. The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
Alright, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
All I need you to do is keep people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the Flame Bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Ooh, what kind of gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Integrate yourself with the tribespeople, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new Flame Bearer. That way, I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the Beastly Rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
At least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me. Can I take that to mean that we have a deal?
For sure. And who knows, maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribe's people and take some heat off of Kenichi's back.
Huni, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people, and look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the Abyss.
That's true, but the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said...
Toba, Huni, what's wrong?
Huni's saying nasty things about the Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe, but not anymore.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. She's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kenich.
Wait, speaking of Kenich, where even is that guy?
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore? We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't afford to make such a bad first impression.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All he said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty... Yeah, if you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you. All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kenich, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana. And I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kinich, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again. Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you. I'd better go buy some colored cloth for my dad now. He needs it for Turnfire Night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like... Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all. Come on, let's move on. Huh? What's going on over there? Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Kinda wants to learn too!
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Well, did you know that the Flame Bearer this time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise. It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flamebearer, since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this. Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better-looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Oh, very impressive. So why'd you quit?
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while. Go do some exploring.
You look a little disappointed.
Disappointed? Nah, it's a great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the canopy knows. I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association. They gave me a simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
Really? That sounds ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kinich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him. Strangely enough, I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Oh, does that count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use that as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
If all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all the time. It's a piece of cake.
Wait, you're seriously gonna help me out?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Pyro Archon above, you two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the Of course it is! Alright, come with me. I'll show you the way.
Good roll.
Watch your footing.
All right, maybe I'll
Sky
take
too,
one more
while
day
we're at it.
off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
There it is. It's inside these ruins. As you can see, the place is crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous. We'll take care of them.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your style.
Stabilize.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines her fate. Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
That should be the last of them. It's a good thing Tiago had the sense to stay in his hiding place, or things could have gotten really hairy for him. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural. True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got bored and started doodling. It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like? Whatever. We're not here to decipher it. Just photograph it. That's a wrap. Let's take it back to Tiago.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans. Hey, Ponche, come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir. Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously, if you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire. Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
I spent years of my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings, including my entire manuscript.
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless. He's a shell of the man he was.
Dear honored guests of our clan, I am but a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me, I beg of you.
See what I mean, Ponche? Now you've run into these two, your luck's about to change, big time.
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you.
Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy. First, get into position like this. Then move like that. Yep, that's it. Relaxing days like this are nice. Let's take it easy.
Hey! You thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow. Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right, let's see what you've got. What's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer! Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away.
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Hoytzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as if the specter of the Turnfire was always lurking in the background. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yupanki's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. I can't believe it was just lying there for me to take. Let me see, the author is... Panche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahulahow will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body? When will that glorious day arrive? The great Gahul out.
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahulahow is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes, oh, your doom will soon follow.
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, to heavenly thrones, to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahul Ahau, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire Night is because I hoped that maybe it, well, not exactly, but I thought my research might at least be a starting point.
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Shibalanke's power.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire Night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yet? Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him, and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow. You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back. Here to make amends after the gross irreverence you displayed last time? Very well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How shall grant you the audience that you seek. Now pucker up and kiss our feet.
Kenichi, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah. I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
Kenichi! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
Traveler, Paimon, let's get down to business. Once we've opened the beastly rift, you're welcome to toss a How in there for a couple of days.
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Towns will tear through space to get to this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the rift for ourselves. You'll find out soon enough. First, let's try this out. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful. Locked up!
see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered.
I take it this is your true form?
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula How, and now I'm here to seize your body for his use. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cue bad guy speech and drawn-out death sequence.
I go break my silence. Oh, this out.
Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you. But it looks like you've already met.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old friend."
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity. Well then, time for you to meet the new
perspective from
This time, please call me Sanka.
So that's crazy.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy? You looking for a fight?
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
Wait. Of course! You're the one behind all the recent Abyss activity! Let Paimon guess, you've been provoking the Mountain King too!
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our Highness's bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is capable of more than that?
I investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. Just happens to be in the area. So, I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some historical research.
But that's all over. And now Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula How. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong? Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich? How could you betray your partner?
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How is a partner to no one.
Don't worry, I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad's croaking for days, and it was all for nothing.
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kanish! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us!
Traveler?
Hey now, I may be... I could never beat you, and do me a favor, and remember how fast I did.
Darn! He got away again!
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy.
If you say so. Still, Paimon's kind
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree. If you tasted even the unripe fruit blown off...
Huh. Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a...
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
Ugh. So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry. He can't hurt a fly. You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached. Is that true?
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame.
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire Night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for a legendary 500-year-old warrior.
Oh yeah. Hearing you lay it out like that is making Paimon a little nervous. For all the work we've put in, it all comes down to tomorrow night. We have to make sure we solve this problem once and for all.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both. See you tomorrow.
Hold the line! Don't be scared!
Ah, at long last, you're back. I hear you've done much for our people these last few days. Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long. It's almost time for the ceremony. We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation quickly and smoothly. Seems like a lot of people have been worrying about it, huh?
Well, it's nearly time. So, if you're ready, then follow me to the ceremony site. Of course, there's...
Carving waves! Faster!
Ready?
Off we go!
Here we are.
Our honored guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after tonight's ceremony.
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
Oh, if it means getting them out,
A resolution will...
no one would disagree. Look around you.
The ceremony was...
That may be...
Good evening, Trap.
Kinich! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute?
very well. But
Let's step to the side.
Yeah, Elder Trinidad did, but, what a surprise!
If you don't want your tongue to... See those sacred flame pillars? Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar.
That sounds simple enough.
The process isn't complicated. You have to keep moving forward. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
So that's our part.
I'll be with you the whole... You can leave that...
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Hoon... Just tell the chief what...
how are you doing? I'm counting on you. By past fuel, my brothers and...
Go get the sacred flame. Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff. You're over halfway. Keep it up. Impressive. Just one more to go. Come on, one last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead. Great! All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first. There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar! That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years.
Paimon can tell. He's...
You've made it at last. You did even better than I...
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King of abyssal filth.
There's no need...
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Waina, Elder Trinidad.
What do you think you're doing?
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces?
No, stop!
Foolish locusts! Can't you see? We're trying.
But
I'm sorry, Chief Waina and Elder Trinidad.
can you promise me that no harm will...
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly...
Traveler, this is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination. Okay, I see what this is.
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
You forced my hand.
Elder Trinidad!
No, the Mountain King is waking up!
Everyone, out!
Oh, it seems there's only one. Take me, oh Mount.
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
The Temple of Wisdom! Nice and spicy! Eat this! Check this out! Best of luck! Carving Wave!
Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. I can use those against him. Yeah, that's it.
Stabilize!
Everyone hold it! Boba! Get them!
Target acquired.
What do we do? We can't open the rift!
Kill me! Put an end to White's at launch shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
generations, we will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
My next target should be...
Woo!
My next target should be...
Ever tried chasing waves before? You wanna try? Well, come on, no time like the present. I'll help you find the closest beach.
Whew! Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh?
Traveler, you've come at Trinidad's condition.
Guess that's the best...
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead. He's fine. After the incident, it is somewhat akin. We've never seen anything. I think their theory makes sense.
Wow.
It's practical.
Wow. That's a...
I know what you're thinking, because you and that fire.
Oh.
If anyone can...
Ah, so Kenichi Dad. Let's ride! Carving waves!
Alright, let's finish this back.
I'm the right pin! Amazing!
Let's finish this.
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx us.
Hey, yourself.
We were gonna ask.
Sorry.
So you thought you'd try?
The
Kanich.
intending
To.
sacrifice myself, but now I'm curious.
Well, and Ponche's the.
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for sure.
Well, even if.
What I would say is,
The Mountain King?
the core meaning of price is it's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end,
Alright. So.
health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. But his attacks are gentler now, and yeah,
Its body remains.
But.
That was merely one.
Oh, come on! That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy.
well,
Yeah, that's right. You caught Eng.
but he ended up being completely useless.
That's on him. It's not your.
Friends? So, promise me. For you?
Okay, I'll be honest. Obviously, I went silent partway in there. Oh, what's this? I got a notification. Oh.
Yeah, everyone's happy except
Pony.
Toba.
Huh?
Now hold your horses. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of... All right, I'll just get to the point. You're extreme...
Huh?
On my first... It's a date...
Oh.
Of course. In the hands... Why does But in the end, I made it through.
The moral of the...
Very... What I'm trying... She's right behind...
Another... Huh?
Okay. Ooh. Right. Free loot, yay! I'm doing pretty good wish-wise, I think. 31, 12. Right, so that's 40, 43, and then I'm at like 20-something pity. $23 pity. So 66 wishes right now, which is not as good as I was hoping. Right, that helps. But I do want to save crystals, of course, because I mean, like, this skin, this is quite cute. Is it as good as a regular skin? I don't know. I think the hat, I think, kind of puts me off. Otherwise, it's really nice, but the hat, I don't know if I agree with that. As a hat, I absolutely would have bought this already if I actually used Kitching. Unfortunately, of course, Kitching is one of the worst DPSs in the game. So I don't. I really like this design. Things I actually like. I think Shenhe's not a non-field unit, really, so buying a skin for it wouldn't make much sense. This skin is also pretty nice. Genshin's good at skins. But Fischl's baseline design is also one of my favourites in the whole game, so... Obviously this is just crazy. So I'll save Genesis Crystals if I can. And also, like, I love his Garnier skin. You'll notice I don't have it on right now. That's simply just because I like to alternate between it being on and off. I think it's just as good as the original design. I just like to alternate them. But yeah, so I'm not going to waste any. I did put... Oh, that's... Okay, yeah. I was thinking that... Oh, yes. I felt like I had less pulls than I would have thought. That's because I put 20 pulls into Weapon Banner. Just in case I could get Engulfing Lightning. Because obviously that is really good for Raiden. Didn't get lucky on it, and I'm not about to... But I like Raiden. I already have a C2, but I don't like her that much. Now, that'd be crazy. That'll make her by far the most I've invested into any character. As of right now, she's probably tied with Nilou for like most I've invested into one character. You probably could technically say that Nilou's my most well-built character. I'm a little bit under on her EM, definitely. You want to have like more than 100. But I mean, regardless, she has key to help anyway, so... yeah, that quest, like, I'll be honest, I stopped speaking past the point, and that's because I was watching Genshin shitposts. And so past the point, I was just getting kind of bored, and so I just started watching shitposts instead of only half paying attention to a quest. Even then, quite frankly, I just think that was kind of boring. What? What's this thing? Yeah, not a lot really felt like happened in that quest. Okay, right, for very aggro.
Gotcha! Solidified!
Hey! Booba, let's ride! Amazing! That was quick! Amazing!
I will. This was new.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
I love challenges like that. They're clearly not meant to be intellectually stimulating anyway, or even challenging in any way, but it's just going to show you a mechanic. Reminder, of course, this is like the very start of Nathan. This is very early on, so it makes sense to have some tutorial mechanics kind of here. Yeah, so in terms of quests, I definitely don't think I was as good as Mulan's. I actually liked Mulan's. Like, meaning-wise, it was kind of basic. Obviously, what that quest was saying, it was basically saying friendship is cool. But Mulan is a really fun character. Whereas one of my main problems with Kinich, that's the thing, I was so disappointed when I saw Kinich's the gameplay reveal of him on the live stream. I was despairing because I thought, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to get him. I'm gonna have to build a whole new character, and Al Haytham's gonna get power crept. No. I'm not interested in him as a character. I don't think any of his appearances in the story were interesting. I think his story quest just now wasn't very interesting. And as far as I'm aware, he doesn't appear in anything else yet. So... and then gameplay-wise, I don't... He feels really clunky to me. So, yeah, I'm not interested in him whatsoever, really. The only slightly interested in if he could be better than Al Haytham. Which he definitely could be. Al Haytham doesn't put out crazy numbers. But Al Haytham is like a top tier DPS. Yeah, but I don't think I have anything else to do this stream. Gero's reputation rewards.
Carving waves! Off we go!
Yeah, I just think Mulan's been handled way better. I appreciate we were trying to go with something very unique for him. I don't think they did it very well. But if you asked me to like summarize the plot of that quest, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So again, I was not paying a lot of attention, but part of the reason why is because nothing was interesting to me. So past the point I got bored and I just pulled my phone out. That's the thing, I'm actually starting to struggle with that nowadays. Often there's a lot of films where I kind of just pull my phone out now. When we're watching them, just kind of get bored of them. I've even recently invoked the 30-minute rule on a couple of films. Which is if it's not interesting after 30 minutes, you shut it off. Cheeky little bit of exploration we did this stream as well. Only a little bit. Wait. Before I saw... That rock looks really like the sword kind of symbol. Right, let's get this chest and then that chest and then the end stream. There's a lot of hidden unlockable areas in this region I figured out due to the achievements. There's like 5 teleport waypoints which aren't on the map, so...
That was quick. Good show. That was quick.
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx us.
Oh. Why? Why didn't I get this? I know I streamed this opening, so what the fuck was I doing? I was being lazy and wanting to skip exploration for now. I remember there's that. What the fuck? Oh.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Wonderful.
The best stuff's always at the bottom. Need a surfboard?
Thanks. Also, of course, Kniech, just like Mualani, Kniech can use these. Which I suppose means we can expect some new exploration mechanics in each of the new areas. New Saurians.
What? Come on! Show me your courage!
Boba, let's ride! Surf's up! Woohoo!
Forget it!
The best stuff's always at the bottom.
Right, so our exploration percent on leave us at 53, 49, 41, 42. Okay. Wow, that's surprisingly low here. Okay, so this area must have a lot underwater or underground. And I know there's something there, I just haven't gone through it this quest down there. So I feel like I've actually done quite a lot of the surface stuff, so for it to be 42%, yeah, there's something underground. Again, there's like 5 or 6 teleport waypoints which are underground. I haven't been near. I found these boss enemies. Oh, they don't seem very hard to kill at all. They just seem like a little bit of a chore. I just genuinely can't be bothered. There's also this guy over here who seems absurdly hard. Or contrary. There's this quest. I don't know if there's much point. Should I do this just to knock it out? Okay, let's do this, because actually this is... This is this region's equivalent, but of course this doesn't have a 5-star risk land, not yet. So what? I'm wondering what would the 3rd stage be? To this one, or maybe it wouldn't be released yet.
Need a surfboard?
Things I need to complete them if I want to get the rank up. So might as well. Let's just do them now then. I only need to do 1 to unlock the rank up activities, so...
She's not back yet. Hey, that little kid is let's go check what's wrong. Master Chevin, she went to gather volcanic crystals, but she's still not back yet. I told the guards, but they said they don't have people to spare. Plus, that area's super dangerous, with tons of monsters and bad guys. They have to finish making preparations before they can try to rescue her. So, you'll help? Great! I'll just make a quick sketch to show you where the guards went earlier. They said Master Chevin might have stopped around here. She might have been forced to go near the Umbral Needle. If that's the case, then... Please, you have to save her!
Why have I to have gone to shit? Oh, cool, you gave me a quest one. Okay. Oh, this is far away in an area I have not been to yet. Okay. I have been here, but very little exploration. I speed around this place.
What's according to the map? Get away from me! Look, over there! Is that Master Chevin?
Where did you come from? So strong! Let's get out of here, boys! Run! Leave the stuff if you want to live! Drop all of it!
Okay.
Well, they didn't put up much of a fight.
Thank you so much. I thought I wasn't gonna make it down this mountain alive. Saved by the Traveler. Guess my luck's not too bad today. Sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Chevin, a gem artisan. I'm not usually this lucky, but maybe things... She did, huh? I didn't mean to make her worry. I wasn't planning to be gone longer than 2 days. Tops. But then, I discovered a new seam of volcanic crystal near the Umbral Needle. It's a large deposit and the purity is exceptional. I dug up a whole bunch of it and was getting ready to head back. But the phlogiston within the crystals attracted monsters. I panicked and ran up a narrow path to avoid them. But by the time I was in the clear, I ended up running into those bandits. You showed up in the nick of time.
If the situation was so dangerous, why didn't you just drop the crystals and run?
I left most of them behind, believe me. I only kept the purest chunk. I have to bring it back no matter what. For Tlasoli and poor little Nachka. Ah, right, you wouldn't know. Tlasoli is a former ancient name artisan, and Nachka is her daughter. That's right. Or, well, she used to. Now she just handles regular forging commissions. Because of her daughter. Poor Nachka contracted an awful illness, and Tlasoli put everything aside to take care of her. Even as Nachka's illness grew worse, Tlasoli never gave up. Like a torch in the night, she was determined to burn bright, even as darkness encroached from all directions. Still, all's well that ends well, thanks to the doctor's medicine and the Great Spirit's protection. Nachka's flame was rekindled. Her condition has been slowly improving ever since. She's still weak, of course, and has to recuperate at home. But she's well enough to write letters already. She often writes to Shilonen, apparently. Her dream is to become an ancient names forger, just like her mother. Her birthday's in a few days, so Tlasoli asked me to find a pure volcanic crystal to give her as a present.
Yeah, talk about an important chunk of ore! What a nice gift! Paimon hopes it helps her feel better.
I'm sure she and her mother appreciate your well wishes. All right, let's head back. I'm sure Imish is worried sick. Actually, why don't you come with me to visit Tlasoli tomorrow? It's all thanks to you that I managed to bring back the crystal. You deserve a reward for helping us protect something so significant.
That's right! A good mood makes for a quick recovery!
Also, I heard that the
we
quest I was thinking of
wouldn't say
streaming
no
on
to a
Honkai
little
Star Rail
gift.
was 5 hours long. Why? Mind you, Metal Gear
Don't worry.
Rising
Something tells me you'll
is
like this
like
one.
one of the best games ever made, and by one of the best games
But
ever made,
I'll
I
let
mean like
Tlasoli
maybe
tell you
top
what it is herself.
100. I don't mean. Actually, not a maybe top 100. You could probably say with more certainty top 100. Yeah, Metal Gear Rising's that good, and it is only 7 hours long. That always sounds like a compliment. My point is, Honkai Star Rail quests do not need to be as long as they are. They are way too long, and that's part of why I don't bother doing them. It's, quite frankly, a waste of fucking time. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go heal them.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
You're early.
That's right. Things might get better.
Let's go then. Do you mind watching the story, Mish? Here we are. Nice house, right? Give me a sec. I'll... Flasoli! Open up! They're here! Flasoli? Are you home? That's strange. Huh. The door... Hey, Nechka! Still, I told Flasoli we were coming.
Hey, what's that over there? Looks like...
That's right. When she was still in the forge, but since Nechka fell ill... Wait a minute.
Whoa, look at all these broken boxes.
Gather!
The tracks end at this cliff. Could the Tepetlosaur have climbed up the mountain? Let's head up. There really is a Tepetlosaur up here. Hi.
Hey, Traveler! Paimon!
That's Chevin's voice.
Come down, quick!
Huh? We just got up here and Tlasoli's back already? What a coincidence. Why is the Tepetlosaur coming along? Whoa, hey, don't run! You'll hit us!
Yengu, come here. Are you being naughty again? Oh, that's a good Saurian. Oh, you must be hungry. Sorry. I'll whip up something for you later. All right, run along and play now. I'll come along in a sec. Sorry, you two. I was waiting for you at home when she said she just wanted to pick some flowers for her, but she ended up getting lost along the way. Luckily...
Yeah, Chevin told us she was...
She's still very weak.
I'm
The
triggered
shock
that
and
she
the
said
cold
that's a
wind
good
certainly
story, and
didn't
that
help.
line doesn't make sense.
So she ended up
That's
with a
not
slight
how you
fever.
treat...
I gave her some medicine and now she's in bed.
That's not what you should be saying.
But it's nothing a good night's rest can't fix.
Like if that was a dog,
said,
you wouldn't be
she
saying
won't
that
be
to a
able to
dog.
meet
You
you
would.
today.
It just doesn't
I'm
make
sorry
sense.
you came all this
It
way
seemed
for nothing.
upset, and it seemed like it was expecting a punishment.
Don't worry about it.
So you
We know she's
rewarding
still
it by
recovering.
saying good
Kevin
Saurian
told us how
doesn't
serious her
make
illness
sense.
was.
You shouldn't have done that.
Her health definitely comes first.
Well, she can at least speak. That's already more.
Hey, cheer up. This is supposed. We do appreciate that she tried to welcome.
Yeah, what did you get us?
Well, it's a blaze gem inscription. I made the techniques used to make it are all. When I first made one, but then
blaze gem is quite the sales pitch, don't you think?
Wow, that description really.
Tlasoli's blaze gem inscriptions really are special. The word
Is
of mouth
Zeronen
isn't always
from
reliable
this
as information, but the words inscribed
tribe,
on
or is
these
she from
it's the
one of the other
perfect gift for a
ones?
dear friend.
Paimon's interested. Then, once we find you that way, our names will be together.
You
'Cause
deserve it.
Looking
You
at her
saved
color
me.
palette,
Kevin, I thought
from
I
what I've
don't
seen of
start
her,
acting
I
shy
think
too,
she matches
Tlasoli.
these people.
Well then.
So that would make sense if
Thank
she's
you
a
both.
5-star of these
Mechka
people.
should
If
be
each
well by then.
if each of the
She'll
clans
be
gets like
very
one
excited to meet
4-star,
you.
one 5-star, I'd be happy.
Whoa, let's not get ahead
I'd be
of
alright with
ourselves.
that.
We don't even know how expensive that would be.
I kind of want more
You sure
4
we have
stars in
enough
the game.
travel funds? Hold on.
I also think they
This
should
isn't part
add
of some
more
scheme
4
to
stars to
make
the
us
monthly
spend all of
store,
our
and
mora,
also potentially
right?
make them a little bit cheaper.
Kevin?
You never know. You do look.
No, don't listen to that traveler.
Thing is, a
You'll
lot
end
of
up
4
losing all
stars
your
in
mora.
monthly store kinda suck.
And then
And some of them are also amongst the best 4 stars in the game, so there's a big variety. I think let's add more in.
also, if you don't
High
mind,
Star
Tlasoli,
Rail handles
I'd like
the
you to help
store
me
pretty
repair my
healthily,
blaze
I
gem. I
think.
dropped it when I was attacked. I tried to fix.
Just leave it to me. Thank you, Chevin.
It was nothing.
You're right. Miangu, behave.
Now, there's
I'll have
some
Chevin contact
pretty,
you once
there's a pretty
everything's
good
ready.
spread of
Maybe
characters
we'll
in
even
the
line it
Honkai
up with
Star Rail
Nature's
store.
birthday.
Oh, that sounds great! We'll look forward to all the good food. Anyway, see you around, Tlasoli.
Look after
Right, is this
yourselves.
the end of the quest already? It's so
Mage
weird,
Gas.
so let me just go to one
That's
place
going
and have one conversation. Yep, that's the end. Quite frankly, if this is what Honkai Star Rail quests were like, I would blast through all of them. Just so I don't forget about it, I think I will pick up that quest up there. In which case, actually, I need to stay in Dino. Also, I have a feeling my PlayStation is going to start overheating. It's getting hotter again. Because why the fuck not? So. I really like the idea of these guys. I feel like they move too slowly. These runs. With Genshin, I'm gonna just get really impatient with waiting for characters at this point. In an ideal world, I would get Raiden C3 and her weapon, because that would be a reasonable buff to her. And she's already one of my best teams. The Raiden is actually, thanks to Chevrolet's, Raiden is still one of the best DPSs in the game. Something I noticed about now is just kind of shit everywhere. They just give you loads of shit. Fuck. Okay. pretty sure I noticed opening some of those chests earlier. They gave us loads of mob materials. Ah, fuck, I have to do this.
Let's do this then!
Solidify!
I see everything. Goba, get... Let's ride! Amazing! That was cool.
Yes, you are.
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! I didn't just jinx us.
I kinda wish Mulan was better for that creation. That's it. Shit.